Hey guys, what's up? I'm Rosie, and I just wanted to talk about a few things that are in the news. So, Logan Paul is back, and he seems to have made a positive change. He's even cut his hair, which I really, really like. And he said that he will be donating $1 million to various suicide prevention organizations. And that is a very noble thing to do. I hope that he follows through with it. And I hope that this time away he took to reflect on the things that he has done. And I hope that he has matured and learned from not only the suicide forest debacle, but also from his whole trip to Japan, which was just a spectacle and very disrespectful. Um, I really respect what he's trying to do and what he is doing. And I'm just hoping that he's taking this time to mature, be a positive influence on not only his millions of followers and subscribers, but also to his younger brother. He has a responsibility to his younger brother to show him that what he did is not what you should do when you go to another country or when you go anywhere really. You cannot forever have a fuck you attitude and stick your middle finger up in the faces of the world. Sometimes you get farther with respect, you get farther with maturity and with a certain level of just just being yourself. You don't always have to be the character that you created because ultimately that character can take you over and become you. Also, there was something in the news a week or two ago about Aziz Ansari. There was a story about him on babe.net from this girl who's 23 years old, but she was 22 at the time that they went out. They had a flirtation when they met, and then they went out and they went back to his place, and that's when things started happening. Things that she said she didn't want to happen. Now, when I first read the story, I think it was in the HuffPost, it sounded more like just a bad date that went wrong and not a sexual assault. But when I read the full account, that's when the assault came in. He was sticking his fingers down her throat, and first of all, I don't see how that is sexy. And reading the whole account, it does get pretty confusing because you kind of have to ask yourself, well, why didn't she leave? Why didn't she try to make it even more obvious and blatant that she didn't want to do these things? When he gestured toward his member for her to blow him, why did she do it? When he was sticking his fingers down her throat, why didn't she bite his fingers, push him away, slap him, say something? But she didn't do any of that. But on her ride home, she was clearly upset. She texted her friends, she talked about it the next day, and she even texted him. And he felt like the whole thing was consensual, even though it wasn't. And he said that when he found out that she was upset, he grew concerned. So I don't know if he meant for it to be taken as an assault. He was just overly aggressive with her. She wanted to chill out, slow it down, And they did, and they got redressed, but then he kept just going for it and trying to get her to get him off, basically. Um, Aziz, you went about things the wrong way, obviously. Um, she felt violated, and she had every right to feel violated. You did violate her, and you crossed the line. And from now on, I would suggest that you talk it over with the lady before you just go ramming your fingers down someone's throat and aggressing towards them when they tell you no. No means no. Take it that way. And then there was the happening with Seal. A very beautiful woman came out and said that Seal basically forced himself on her. I think he forced the kiss and grabbed her or something like this. And she said that she was devastated. I'm not sure if that's the word that she used. But as far as I know, the investigation is still ongoing. And I'm just wondering why so many hashtag Me Too, hashtag Time's Up stories are coming out all at the same time. I'm wondering if it's some kind of empowerment or something. Did she wait because she felt like Seal had too much power? Why did the girl, even though she confronted Aziz about what happened, why did she feel the need to come public with it? Did she do it to embarrass him, to ruin his career? You have to wonder where these stories are coming from and why. But at the same time, I can't discredit these women and say that what they said happened to them didn't happen, because I would hope that they wouldn't just make something like this up for fame or for attention. That's the wrong thing to do. And there are so many other things you can say to get attention than claiming a sexual assault or a rape. I'm not sure how the situation with Seal and his accuser will come out. I would hope that he wouldn't do something like that, but I've heard that Seal can have a temper and that he can be forceful. So I'm not really sure how this is going to play out. I just hated to hear that he may have done something like that. I hated to hear that Aziz did what he was said to have done. And I just am really, what's the word I'm looking for? I I find it disturbing that so many of these stories are coming out against so many celebrities. And I guess it was just about time. I guess it was time for these stories to come out, time for these women to step forward and say no more. So I guess that's another hashtag that could come out, is hashtag no more. Um, I hope that they ultimately find peace and closure in their lives, and that these people that did these things to them have their comeuppance, because they really do deserve it if what was said about them is true. And as for Logan Paul, I thank you once again for donating to these charities and these organizations. And I just hope that you come back stronger and better and more mature. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to run around and act a fool sometimes. But then there's also a time to grow up, and baby, it's time that you grow up, okay? I'm not mad at you anymore. There are lots of us that are still mad at you. Some of them are saying that you don't deserve a second chance. Well, sweetheart, I say get out there and prove them wrong and show them that not only do you deserve a second chance, but that you can come back better and stronger than ever, but in a more positive manner. And with that, you guys, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for listening. I love y'all very, very much, and I hope to see you on the next upload. Bye for now.